Hey everybody, thank you to MobileCause and the Community Brands team for having me today. I'm excited to share with y'all a little bit about Community Partnership School and our success this spring with MobileCause. Um, so a little bit about Community Partnership School, or CPS. CPS is a unique independent elementary school exclusively serving students from low income and underserved communities. While our admissions and curriculum are very similar to a traditional private school, we charge families only a nominal fee for attendance. And as such, 95% of our $2 million plus operating budget is generated through philanthropy, which is what myself and my team spearhead. So our $1 Million Challenge, we typically host an annual spring gala each year, which has historically generated about 25% of our total fundraising. This past spring, we launched our $1 Million Challenge in lieu of our annual gala. The challenge included a fantastic virtual celebration featuring students, parents, and leadership from the CPS community and a robust online fundraising campaign. The $1 Million goal was cumulative and represented the combination of our typical gala goal plus our year-long annual fund goal, as well as an additional $250,000 on top to get us to that full 1 million. We went with 1 million as a pretty significant reach because honestly, it sounded better marketing wise than the $750,000 challenge. On top of all that, our honorees for last fiscal year exist in the professional sports world, and given COVID restrictions and juggling multiple different professional sports team schedules as our honorees needed us to help manage, the CPS team decided that our best way forward would be to utilize a fully virtual event. So the $1 Million Challenge actually marked the very first time the school utilized mobile messaging in any capacity. Because the event was online, accessible, and free to attend, in quotation marks, attend, we included contacts from our fundraising lists as well as current and alumni families. While in the past, our families have always been welcome to join our gala, it has primarily been a fundraising event, and as such, very few families opted in to join us for a very traditional sit-down dinner. But this way, it was accessible to anyone who exists in our community, and even potential families. And utilizing the messaging was helpful for the folks who we wanted to have support the event, both in spirit and financially, but they couldn't necessarily tune in during the live event. They also were on that large messaging list, and they received the same prompts and reminders to give and just had to click through to make a gift. So here we have just a few examples of the messages we sent around the $1 Million Challenge event. I can say I was personally running tech the night of the event with lots of support from Lindsay at MobileCause. And honestly, the platform is super simple to navigate and really easy to customize to your needs. I have no background in managing websites or anything like that, and I found it incredibly easy to use, and the team at MobileCause was always willing to answer whatever question I had. And I'll be honest, I was nervous about using the mobile messaging option, making sure everything was easy for our constituents to use to click through. Our philanthropic demographic does trend a little older, and so we wanted to make sure that folks would be able to simply recognize that this was a text message from the school, and that by clicking through, they were reaching the event they were supposed to be reaching, and that they had, a secure giving portal. That was really important to us. And we wanted to make sure that no one was going to be annoyed by being bombarded with messages, and that they could easily stop the messages when they wanted to. Luckily, we had very few people opt out, so we knew that our messages were being well received. And so ultimately, our outcome was great. We received so much positive feedback about how easy it was to connect to the virtual event, especially thanks to the mobile messaging prompts to tune in. And our community, our school community, is working on integrating the mobile messaging into our day-to-day routines for things like back to school night, parent-teacher conference reminders, snow days, etc. And our fundraising team is absolutely going to utilize the messaging to remind donors of, Giving Tuesday, the end of the calendar year, just friendly reminders that we're here and, you know, always, always willing to reach out and remind folks that because it's community partnership school, are here and awesome scholars. So we did not reach our $1 million goal, which is fine. As I said, it was a very lofty goal, but we did far surpass our actual fundraising goal of $750,000. In fact, as you can see, we continue to receive gifts since the April date, and our total is well over $800,000. And we could not have had the same success without Mobile Cause and the support from the team and the many wonderful tools that we were able to utilize.